This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, the insane Daryl Wayne and I are going to take a look at a number of issues that actually touch each and every one of us. I'm Mark Allen, and during the second part of our show, we're going to take a look at a new book called Cure, and we're going to find out what's the matter with the healthcare system in the United States. Why are we so rated low when we also are number one in cost? It makes no sense to me. We'll find out more from our guest, Seth, in about a half hour from now. Right now, we're going to find out about confidence and why you need confidence, and maybe especially during COVID-19. And we're going to talk to my friend, Kimo'neill. She's a transformational confidence coach. She's the host of Every Day is a New Day, and she's a #1 best-selling author. And I've known Kim and promised her this for 5 years. So finally it's come to pass because of Harrison Klein kicking me in my butt and saying, hey, what about Kim? Kim, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thank you, Mark. I'm glad to be here, even if it was 5 years later.
Yes, exactly. Right now with COVID and people actually being reticent, withdrawing, we're quarantined, we're staying away from other people. Is confidence still important?
Absolutely. Our confidence will always be important because confidence is essentially mindset. And mindset is essentially mental health, which always has a direct impact on one's physical health. It's not just confidence in what you can do if you're good at a skill or a talent. It's also confidence in knowing you can accomplish the things that you desire, knowing you can get a new job if that's someone's experienced during COVID-19. It's knowing that you can move through challenges that show up in your life and get to the other side, even if you don't know what that looks like, when the challenge first arrives. So confidence has this ripple effect in every area of our life, and ultimately, I think, is the basis for what really supports someone being able to experience joy, love their life, regardless of what's going on around them.
You're a confidence coach, and you're also a young person. And I suppose that's got to do with perspective, but you are still young. You had some kind of epiphany and changed careers and like 180 degrees. Tell us about what motivated you to do that career change. Yeah, well, thank you. I like to think I'm still young, but I'm actually in my early 40s, so I'm not too young there. But yes, I've just always been very Daryl has socks older than you.
What was that?
Go ahead, Daryl. Wait.
Yeah, I was just going to say, 40's young.
Yeah, I know. I agree. All right. Go ahead, Kim. Sorry.
It's okay. I've always been a very passionate, purpose-driven person, and it's important to me to be doing work that I find fulfilling, that serves a purpose, and for me, that looks like helping other people and connecting with them. And confidence, I didn't start out calling myself a confidence coach. I started out, what you're getting at is I used to be a crime analyst in a police department, but... That's
exactly what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So, we start somewhere, and it
true.
was time for me to eventually make that leap.
And, I don't know if you were at crime scenes or you just did analysis using other people's data, but it seems to me that that's a complete opposite of what you're doing now. There has to be a light switch that went on in Kim's head that said, I'm not happy.
There definitely that was part of the process. Absolutely. And here's the thing. It might seem like two completely different careers, but there is overlap. So a lot of what I do with people was a lot of what I did as a crime analyst. You're right. I was in the office doing research, analyzing crimes, analyzing who's doing the crimes, how can we be proactive, be preventative, all of these things. And a lot of that comes into play when I'm working with someone one-on-one. I'm looking at, okay, what's been happening in their life? What are their behaviors? How are they talking to themselves? And I'm really putting together this puzzle of a person to create this complete picture. And then I get to help them. I get to help them see, okay, look, you know what? Here's this one little thing that we all have our blind spots. And that's where I come in as a coach, being able to help them say, you know what about this? What about that? And it's not to fix anybody. It's simply for that person who's ready to experience something new, move to that next level in their life. And so that's what I help do with people. It's two completely different mediums or industries, and yet same internal process.
So you're actually using your analytical skills to help somebody achieve their goals. Bottom line?
Definitely. Yep, on point.
On point. Is self-confidence linked to health in any way?
Absolutely. Like I was saying at the beginning, I believe that it's directly impacted or directly linked to our mental health, which absolutely is linked to our physical health, but even just mental health on its own. We aren't just a body walking around this world. It's who do we think we are? Who do we think we're not? What do we think we're capable of or not? What we believe about ourselves, we think about ourselves, is directly linked to what we choose to say yes to, say no to. I mean, without it, most people will limit themselves in what they do based on what they believe about themselves. Self-belief is a reflection of self-confidence, and it's going to have direct impact on how much someone achieves in their life. It's also, linked to health because think of it this way. When you're not feeling good and you continue to repeat to yourself, I don't feel good, I don't feel good, I don't feel good, what happens? You start feeling even worse because you have that direct link to yourself. Our body listens to what we tell it. The reverse is also true. When we're not feeling good and we can say, okay, I may not feel good and I know this is temporary. I choose to feel better and I know that my body is working its way towards feeling better. We have the ability to then help our body to stabilize and then improve. And there's lots of information out there online about how our mental health directly impacts our physical health, and self-confidence is absolutely a part of that piece.
I can understand not feeling well. You wake up and you have a tummy ache, you have a report you want to do, you have a tummy ache, you have a meeting you have to go to, you have a tummy ache. You don't want to do these things. And yet, if you are positive about them, saying, hey, afterwards I get a chocolate chip cookie,
yes, you
can get through it. And of course, we shouldn't do it with sugar, but that's another story.
Absolutely. Well, it's that reward system. When we can have a vision of what am I moving towards? Okay, I know I've got this one thing I don't really want to do right now. I'm not feeling so great, but I know that I get to do such and such afterwards. And if there's not already a thing that's coming next, then what do you want to create for yourself? What would you like to do after you go to that meeting or whatever it may be? And so this is why it's also about, your confidence in knowing that you get to create your experiences moving forward. I'm doing a whole separate series live on my Facebook page for the second half of 2020 called Creating 2020 Vision. It's all about getting back to that space of feeling empowered, feeling confident, and that if I don't like what's happening now, that's okay, and I get to make a different choice moving forward. So I love that you brought that up, Mark.
Our guest is Kimo'neill. You can find out more about her at kimo'neillcoaching.com. That's kimo'neillcoaching.com. And she has a guided meditation there someplace. And we'll find out more about that as Late Night Health continues. Kim and I will be back in just a couple of moments. Don't you dare go away. By the way, visit us at latenighthealth.com. And if you haven't heard, I have a new book out. It's called growingoldsucks.com. So go to growingoldsucks.com, take a look around. There's a video there, And you can also buy the book there. It's only 99 cents, folks, on Amazon.com. Daryl and I will return as Late Night Health moves forward. Don't go away. We'll be back. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Allen. The show continues in a moment. If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen. Be sure to join us at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com. Lots going on there, and you can send us a note or request something, make a comment at info@latenighthealth.com, info@latenighthealth.com. We're going to continue our discussion with kimo'neill. I guess her mantra, her personal mantra is, how do I help people? Would that kind of sum up what kimo'neill is all about?
It's part of my purpose, absolutely. Part of my purpose is helping others, and it all starts with me first, making sure that I'm owning who I am. And I think that's true for all of us, and that's what really inspires me to help people with their confidence, is knowing that they're amazing, knowing that they're capable of anything and everything they'd like to accomplish, experience in this life. And so, yeah, it's a twofold thing. It's all about me owning me, and then absolutely helping others do the same.
So it's all about me.
It starts there. But yes, I mean, it all starts with that one person who chooses to believe in themselves and decide that, this world isn't just to be observed and to claim that, okay, well, things are just the way they are and that's how they're always going to be. You're here for a reason. Every single person gets to be who they are. What do they want to add to this world? What do they want to experience that might be different from whatever they've witnessed or observed in others around them? It's choosing to understand who you are and what you're capable of, and then step outside that box and say, now what is possible? So, yeah, that's where it begins.
when you're first meeting with somebody and talking to them, do they say, but I'm not selfish. I don't want to, I want to take care of others. I don't want to take care of me.
I love that you asked that, Mark. Yes, that to me is at the core foundation of what is that first limiter that prevents people from feeling more confident in who they are. They think that if I own who I am, if I acknowledge that I'm actually good at this one thing or other thing, that I'm sounding like I'm bragging, that I sound like I'm boasting. And to me, there's a fine line between bragging and being, I'm going to say, cocky. There's a difference. There's a difference between owning who you are and then, taking things further than was ever the intention. How can you get that next job? How can you accomplish what you want to accomplish if you don't actually believe that you can first? And so that's what I help people connect the dots between understanding who they are, that they are good at what they do, that they are more amazing than they're allowing themselves to really admit to themselves and the world. And with that, internally within them, they can move forward. And because they've helped themselves, they actually can now help others more powerfully.
Finding one's purpose. I mean, at any age? I mean,
absolutely.
Do our purposes change? Maybe it's, maybe the purpose is to be a crime analyst for a police department in your 20s and 30s, and then it changes?
Absolutely. I believe, there's all sorts of different perspectives on purpose. In terms of career and what we do, I absolutely believe that purposes change. The purpose for me to be a crime analyst was to, get to experience myself in a profession where I got to utilize my analytical skills and abilities more than what I had prior to that job. That was something that I was really craving at that point in time. Prior to being a crime analyst, I was working in an administrative, supportive capacity within the police department and in other jobs I had prior to that. And I was ready. I said, I can do so much more. I'm ready for more. And I set that intention. I aligned with that, and I got hired as a crime analyst. And it was very, very rewarding. And there came a time where it was time to move beyond that, because I knew that I was meant to be serving people from beyond, just behind a computer screen, that I was meant to connect with people in a more direct capacity. So I absolutely believe that everything serves a purpose, and we get to decide, when it's time to switch up and move towards something new.
How does a person pick a coach? I know many coaches. I know coaches who coach coaches. I know your coach who coaches you. So how do you pick a coach?
That's a great question, Mark. I really think it's all about taking time to get to know, who are they, what are they about, and do you really resonate with that coach? It's all about that relationship between the coach and the client, and you want to make sure that you're working with is going to get you, is going to serve you in the way that makes sense for you. To me, one of the things that's really, really important is that I am, of course, I'm a coach. I'm going to help guide my clients towards their intentions, their goals. But it's really important for me and for my clients to know that I support them and I'm not going to judge them. Like, when you choose to open up and share your inner world, there can be so many fears and anxieties that start to, show up as you consider that. And that's something I always want my clients to know is like, look, wherever you are, you're in a safe place when you're with me, because I want you to know that, you can get to that next place, and you're not going to be able to get there if you don't actually feel safe when you're working with me. So to me, that's one of the things you want to look for is, is this person going to get you? Are they going to support you? And are they going to honor who you are? Because it's not about the coach when you're working with the coach. It's about you as the individual. And can you feel safe, in that relationship? So that's just one thing you can look for.
So it goes back to me.
Yeah.
Right.
It does. And I think that's, there's this whole perception about, focusing on yourself is is a selfish thing. It's a wrong thing. There's a whole phrase about it's better to give than receive. It's awesome to give, absolutely. And to complete the chain, you have to receive. And here's the thing. There's so much emphasis out there already about giving, about serving others, that to me, that the missing piece is being able to receive, and that all starts with what are you giving to yourself. So I completely honor and respect serving others because that's part of what I do as well. And people have to know that it starts with what are they giving to themselves first.
With COVID, has that affected the coaching industry, or have more coaches popped up because of COVID?
That's a great question, Mark. You know what? I think it's... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I think it differs on who you're talking to. Some people are going to claim that it's, created fewer clients and fewer flow of all of that. And there's the complete opposite. It's created a rush of people going, oh my gosh, I'm ready for help. I'm ready to move forward. I don't like what I'm experiencing. What new thing can I do? So absolutely, people are ready to step into that next best version of themselves. They're ready to feel better and learn things about themselves and tools that have always been accessible, but maybe they've been hesitant to experience before. Things such as meditation, things such as, what am I telling myself? What is my self-talk like? What am I choosing to do? Am I choosing to live by default and how, I was raised and, what everyone around me said was okay? Or am I choosing to live my life for me so that I can be my best self and then help others in that process? So to me, there's absolutely a surge of people recognizing coaching is an amazing resource. Now absolutely is the time. And it's as a coach, it's exciting, and I'm really grateful to see that people are choosing themselves. And
that would also, living for somebody else, like your father wants you to be a lawyer, and you hate it, yep, but you do it. And then later you become a lumberjack or something like that because that's really what you want to do.
Exactly. It's a common story for a lot of people, so it's nothing to shame ourselves about it. But this is your life. This is your life. How do you want to live it? And so, for some people who are really stepping into that question now, this is a beautiful space of opportunity, of hope, of possibilities, and there are lots of pathways to get there. And coaching is one of those awesome pathways that can help get you there quicker. So.
Hey, Kim, we are out of time. We really appreciate it and your time. If you want information on Kim, you can go to latenighthealth.com. There'll be a pretty picture of Kim up there. And you can also go to Kim O'Neill Coaching, kimo'neillcoaching.com. And we'll have Kim back. She'll come back with some more information and about you, and me. We appreciate her time. This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Allen along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We'll be back in just a couple of moments.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.
The latest from the greatest, the best in new music by classic rockers, with your host, the insane Daryl Wayne.
This is Alice Cooper, and if Daryl Wayne is insane, what does that make me? Criminally insane. Stick around to find out.
Many of the artist interviews for the latest from the greatest have been captured on audiobook. There is a Volume 1 and Volume 2. Great information and conversations with people in the industry and people surrounded by the industry, and of course the rock stars themselves.
I'm the Reverend Al Green, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne. And I said Wayne Insane.
You can find it on Amazon or Blackstone Audio. Search for the latest from the greatest from Daryl Wayne, Darrell Wayne.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne, aren't you?